Hello, and welcome to Think Like a Stoic, a podcast that explores the ancient wisdom of Stoicism and how it might help us live better lives in the current world. I'm your host, and in this episode, we'll discuss how Stoicism might educate us to be more resilient in the face of misfortune and uncertainty. Resilience is the ability to recover from adversity, cope with stress, and adapt to changing circumstances. Resilience is critical to our overall well-being, happiness, and success. But how can we build resilience? How can we overcome the obstacles and setbacks that we will unavoidably face? One approach to answering these concerns is to examine the teachings of Stoicism, a philosophy that began in ancient Greece and Rome and was practiced by some of history's most significant figures, including Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. Stoicism is a way of life that teaches us how to deal with life's problems and uncertainties, as well as how to find meaning and enjoyment in any situation. Stoicism's central tenet is that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. Instead of being swayed by our emotions, desires, and external circumstances, we can choose to act sensibly, virtuously, and in harmony with nature. We can gain inner peace, freedom, and joy by doing so, regardless of what life throws at us. But how can we tell what is rational, virtuous, or natural? How do we make the best decisions and take the best actions at all times? This is when wisdom enters the picture. Wisdom is the ability to recognize what is good, bad, or indifferent for us. The capacity to apply universal principles and norms to individual situations is often referred to as wisdom. For a Stoic, wisdom is the most significant virtue since it directs all the other virtues, such as courage, justice, and self-control. In numerous ways, Stoic knowledge can help us become more resilient. For starters, it can assist us in focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. We cannot, for example, control the weather, the economy, or the opinions of others, but we can manage our own actions, ideas, and feelings. We can avoid wasting time and energy on things that are out of our reach by focusing on our sphere of influence. We can also avoid the frustration, anger, and worry that comes with attempting to change something we cannot change. Second, Stoic wisdom can assist us in reframing our perspective and seeing things more objectively. For example, we have no influence over what happens to us, but we do have control over how we interpret it. We have the option of viewing occurrences as neutral facts rather than as good or negative. We might also choose to view difficulties as opportunities rather than threats. We can avoid being overpowered by negative emotions or distorted by cognitive biases by reframing our perspective. In every situation, we can identify positive features or lessons. Third, Stoic wisdom can teach us to be grateful and appreciative of what we have. We can't control what we have or don't have, but we can manage how we value what we have. We have the option of being appreciative for what we have rather than complaining about what we don't. We might also choose to appreciate rather than take for granted what we have. We can avoid being unhappy or envious of others by practicing gratitude and appreciation. We can also thoroughly appreciate the present moment. These are some of the ways Stoic wisdom might assist us in being more robust in the current environment. This is, of course, not an easy task. It necessitates continuous practice and reflection. It also takes strength and humility to admit and learn from our mistakes. However, by following in the footsteps of the ancient Stoics, who suffered numerous trials and challenges, we can discover inspiration and guidance for our own journey. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode of Think Like a Stoic. Please subscribe and share it with your friends if you enjoyed it.